Hello, here we have a Sony Vaio. I'm not even gonna try. This laptop was released in 2012 as an economy model, but being Vaio a premium brand, this makes us ask the question, what am I getting for my money? Well, on one side we get two USB 2 ports and a DVD porter. On the other end, we get the charge port, Ethernet, VGA, HDMI, and one USB 3 port, and the audio jacks. On the front, the proprietary memory stick Pro Duo, and the actually useful SD card. Finally, we get an illuminated keyboard. Now, for those that are just getting into the laptop world, Sony had a laptop brand called Vaio that from 1996 to 2014 released some of the most modern, attractive, and expensive designs until they decided to pull the plug due to low sales and got bought up by a Japanese company that has not been very successful. After looking at the ports, I call the economy name debatable, as the price was too high compared to other laptops with similar components. But at the same time, we have features that even mid-range laptops lack, like the illuminated keyboard, flashy colors, and as we will see, the ease of upgradability and maintenance. But as was common at the time, with the exception of high-end gaming laptops, it uses mechanical hard drives, something that this day and age is not recommended. So to take advantage of the modularity, let's open it up and give it a good cleanup. Also change the thermal paste. This is the first thing we need to do with an old laptop, if we are to use them on this day and age. Just by removing all screws and removing the lid gives us access to everything we need. So in some ways, Sony was really ahead of its time. Removing a few screws, let us remove the heatsink and fan. At this point, we could upgrade the Celeron B980 to a second gen i3 up to an i7. But in this case, we will keep the CPU. With just alcohol and a tissue, we can clean up the old crusty paste until the CPU looks like a mirror. Also, now that we are at it, also give the motherboard and case a good cleanup. now that we are at it. Finally, let's clean the heatsink and fan. Apply new thermal paste and reassemble the laptop. Finally, one of the best upgrades you can do to an old laptop like this is removing the hard drive and changing it for a solid state drive. 120 gigs is enough for all basic tasks. Now, as this is a premium laptop, the bottom menu is not on the F12 key, but in the Vaio Access button. So let's install Windows 10 instead of 8. So, how's the usage? Lacking a GPU eliminates the gaming potential of this laptop for modern titles, like Overwatch. The popular CSGO is unplayable at 10 frames per second in average. Now, something more simple like Cuphead is borderline playable at 30 FPS, but this is a high reaction game, so I won't consider it 100% playable. Finally, as the last nail on this gaming coffin, Heaven Benchmark gives out 4.9 frames per second. Microsoft Office is usable, so for homework and daily usage is fine. Finally, Cinebench confirms that a CPU change could help this laptop. So if you're in this situation, give this a try. These CPUs are cheap these days. So, as a conclusion, I wouldn't recommend a Sony laptop. They are expensive and slow. The parts are not common, so when they break down, the repair is expensive and certain models are notorious for malfunctions, especially the ones with dedicated GPUs. But I have to admit, they are not bad on the eyes, and certain models have very attractive colors, so the decision is yours.